Hey everybody, it's Commander Clyde. Welcome back to the solo lane guide. This is part 2, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about map awareness and warding, more specifically how to track buff timers in the solo lane, how to be aware of ganks and when they're coming to your lane, and then last part's going to be late game positioning, which technically does fall under map awareness. So we're going to be looking at how to play that too. Anyway, the let's see. The first clip about map awareness should be coming up right about now. I'm doing this voiceover in post, by the way. So yeah, the first thing we're looking at is how and when to invade the blue buff. Should be coming up right about now. Alright, so I got King Arthur here against this Amma. I know I'm going to get lane pressure on her first. Since the blue timer's coming up, make sure I clear this wave out. And then I can invade her blue. Always what you should do is think about how you can use your character to gain lane pressure, especially when the buffs are spawning, so you can invade it later. Fighting this Circuit a little bit. My jungler rotates and kills Amma. So that makes this a really easy invade for us. And potential continued fight if Circuit doesn't back off. She does go in, so we're able to pick her off. So just using our aggression and our positioning there to win that, because they decided not to back off. They didn't want to give that up, so we take advantage of their aggression and beat them for it and get the blue. And this next clip here is going to be a bit about gank awareness. I invade Amma's buff again here. I don't get it. Poke her a bit. Obviously, she can't win a fight against me right now, but she's still fighting, so that means gank is impending. And it does get called. Try my best to clear the wave and run as quick as I can. Circuit blinks in and hits that taunt on me though. So I wasn't fully prepared for that, so I end up dying for it. So next part, this is how to respond to a gank, especially when you're prepared for it. Makes it a lot easier. So fighting tier here, poking him. He continues to be aggressive, even when he's at a health and poke disadvantage. So I'm thinking, okay, he's probably got help coming then, because there's no way he would continue to fight into this wave when he knows I can easily kill him. Especially since I have way more health. Instead does come in, and he thinks that it's safe for him to fight because of that. It's not, and I kill him. Took advantage of his inability to recognize the situation. And that I'm really hard to kill. So that's the main idea there, is watch how your opponent's being aggressive. And if they're being aggressive in what looks like even the slightest disadvantage for them, then that probably means you're getting ganked. And so, like we've talked about here, using aggression, I know the blue timers. His comes up a little bit before mine here, since I've been paying attention. And so I try to invade it. We don't get it. Anyway, on into warding here. So, first two basic wards are anti-gank wards to catch jungler movement. So you have time to respond to gank, and you want to put one here. And then mirror that on the other side of the fire giant. Now, if you want to be really aggressive on blues and track their jungler, you can go ahead and drop a ward up here too in this spot. And it's very important that you're specific, otherwise the walls will block some of the vision. And then if you're dealing with global junglers with global ultimates, go ahead and ward the fire giant, because a lot of them like to ult from there. And then if you're trying to be extra careful, catch mid lane movement, catch the support rotating and things like that, go ahead and drop some mid wards there or there. And if you're feeling real feisty and aggressive and you want to go for speed invades, go ahead and drop a ward there if you want. And that basically covers most wards that you'd want to place. All right, in this last bit here, it's time for late game positioning, like I said. So main idea here is hold W. That's really it. You want to be in front of your team and in the enemy's face. So W key is the best way to explain that philosophy. So Kumba goes in. I back off a little bit because I don't want to be caught out of position myself. Always be aware of that. Don't dive too far forward or you'll just die and that's no benefit to your team. Get the Kumba because he made the mistake that I said not to. Just don't get too far forward or you just become a liability. So we want this tower. So I tank it because I'm a beefy solo laner. Easy tower. It's usually what you want to do is tank those towers. And then you want to be the last one out of the fights to help protect your team because it's better you die than your carries. So me distracting Uller here is better for us. Raijin decides to come back in. There's nothing I can do about that. That is a little bit frustrating though, when the point is you're distracting them, but your teammate dies. Anyway, same idea here. Holding W, being forward. So we want to pressure Fire Giant, so I need to be really aggressive here. Arthur gets poked out really hard, so he can't come in to defend this like he would want to. Free Fire Giant. Then here we are with the Siege. I'm tanking this tower the whole way because we got a minion wave, and I want it healthy for the Phoenix push. It's always what you should be thinking about is what gives you the best advantage, and there keeping the minions alive helps. If you go for the Phoenix, fight breaks out here. Could have honestly split push left, but I want to be as close to the enemy as I can. I want to be in their face. I don't want them fighting my team. So I go ahead and go over and help out. Go for this Phoenix, standing on it the whole time because that's what we want. And if I stand there, then that means nobody comes in to stop the team from getting it. That's an easy take. So main idea, late game, be forward, be in front of your team, hold W, be annoying, be a distraction. And that really covers it for most of the basic ideas with map awareness and positioning. So like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed that. And as always, I'll see you guys later for some more Smite. Have a good one.